Hey everybody, welcome back to Make It Rain Ranch. I just wanted to give an update on my post heart attack well being, I guess. It's been 19 days since my surgery. And for those who don't know the story, I did a previous video that you can review on it. But the human body absolutely amazes me. I'm very astonished because it's weird to think that 19 days ago, I came so close to losing my life. And I had somebody cut open my whole chest cavity, crack the whole thing open, had their hands all over my heart, doing bypasses around arteries that were completely clogged up, tied me shut essentially, sewed me back up. And here I am, 19 days later. I'm at my house. I'm walking several miles a day. I'm going up and down the trails. I'm walking my dog around, my little dog. I'm uh, I'm moving pretty good, and it's weird. Like when I sit down, I definitely feel like I could jump up and go run a marathon. The problem is when I get up and start walking, I realize I can't because I got problems. Now, the things you can't do. I think the biggest things here, once you get post surgery, as I showed you, they give you a pill and the air breathing device. That's to really make sure you don't have pneumonia. I think I'm pretty safely past that. I'm still using it every day. 19 days later, I'm still breathing in that machine. I still use that chest pillow because whenever you cough, it hurts until your chest bone actually heals back up again. And that's really the big 6 to 8 weeks time frame, is really to give that bone time to start to fuse back together and heal, so you'll have it'll be about 70% done and strong after about 2 months, and then pretty good after 3 months, probably 90% or more. So I can start really doing my good exercise and after that, um, once I get to that point. So I have had a few follow-ups with the doctors. I had a bunch of nurses come out. Everything's been a-okay right now. I haven't relapsed into AFib since then. That AFib, that's no joke, man. That's I never experienced that before this heart attack. And then afterwards, they said you might have AFib, and then I had it in the hospital. I've had it a couple little blips since then, and it is the weirdest feeling having your heart race like that and flutter up on you. That was really creepy. So people that do are inflicted with it and do experience that, I feel for you. That is a really crazy thing to actually have going on. Hopefully, my brothers turned me on to, I was so happy with my Amazfit watch, but it doesn't do the ECG, so I'm going to be buying myself an Apple Watch to make sure that it can detect potential AFibs that could happen, because that'd be really critical as you start doing this. The other thing is, it'll track pretty much everything that I need to have it track on a daily basis, so I can protect my heart moving forward. It's interesting. My doctor said, with these bypass surgeries, he goes 50% of the people he does bypass on, he'll see in 10 years. So that means people don't really do the working out. They don't stop smoking. They don't stop drinking. They don't change their diet as much, So, and of all those, probably the latter one's the hardest for me. I'm jonesing to get out there and start exercising again. I don't smoke anymore. I did that when I was younger. I don't. I drank a lot as a young kid, into my 30s, but, since I turned 40, 45, I really haven't really drank much at all, so it's not like I'm missing anything on there. So it's something I could easily just shed the one beer. I probably have a month away. But it's the eating, man. I go in my pantry, I look at everything, I'm like salivating, and then I go grab an apple. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just chowing an apple. The only reason I eat apples is because they taste sweet, and man, they make me full. So I don't want to just go and clobber down some of the mac and cheese that's in there. But so one of my nurses turned me on to actually Chat GPT and AI, or it's Grok or whatever those other ones are, and it said just tell it like what kind of ingredients you have, put it in there, and it'll give you a recipe that's heart healthy. And I tell you what, man, you go on those AIs and you can sit there and say, hey, is XYZ heart healthy? And man, you can find a lot of stuff that you think is heart healthy and it's not. Like all those honey nut Cheerios that they come shaped in the form of a heart, they're not heart healthy. You want the heart healthier ones, you get the ones without the honey nut and the sweeter flavor. Get the standard ones, man. And that's when you get heart healthy and eat it with skim milk. But everything else stinks. So yeah, so the diet's gonna be the hardest part. My God, it's like nothing freaking tastes good and still be heart healthy. That's the part that annoys me. So, and it doesn't help. I eat like a 5-year-old, but that's fine. It's that's just the way I like. I'm a super taster. For those who haven't don't know what super taster is, you can buy these strips. Essentially, just I have more taste buds than the average person. So when I say something tastes good, it really tastes good. If I say something tastes bad, it's just because I'm very sensitive to it. So it's made eating a lot more difficult. So, but I want to give this update. It's been, like I said, 19 days. I feel freaking amazing. My doctor's over at Health First in Melbourne, Florida. Absolutely amazing staff. I mean, the nurses were fantastic. And that's who you interact with the most is the nurses that come on the different shifts. And then, fortunately, I was able to have the same nurse multiple times. I had a high school buddy of mine, actually was one of my nurses for one night, so because he had picked up a shift. But they were all absolutely amazing. My doctor, I have mad respect for him. I'm an engineer by trade. And I always think like, man, engineers, we do hard jobs, stuff like that. But these doctors, man, Dr. Noda, he absolutely amazing that guy is, man. The things that he can do with the human body, I never could dream of doing. So, I mean, I've got a newfound respect for these doctors and what they go through on day in, day out. I mean, they're literally saving one life at a time every day. So, it's my hat's off to them. We need more of these great doctors in the world. And place would be, this world would be a lot better place. So, with that, if you have any questions, just give me a holler. Talk to you later. Bye.